Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Cocktails and Conversations. I have the amazing Dr. Jennifer Bryant here with us today. How are you doing, Dr. Bryant?
I am wonderful. Thank you for the invitation.
Of course. You guys, if you are not familiar with Dr. Jennifer Bryant, she is the executive founder of Reaching Within, an Empowerment Journey LLC. She's a multi-bestselling and international bestselling author, multi-award-winning certified life coach. She's a career strategist, a mentor, adjunct instructor, and international empowerment speaker. And today she's going to be sharing some great tips on how to become a best-selling author. So, Dr. Bryant, I'm just going to let you have the floor.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you once again for allowing me to be here with you. How to become a best-selling author is really focused on strategy in terms of the one is being a visionary over your book in terms of what type of impact that you want to make. And then try to bring people along the journey with you. So warm your audience up. I don't know if you were following me when I stepped into Leadership Greatness Anthology. I was warming the audience up by dropping magazine features of the authors, of myself, just different media outlets I was posting. And then we went into pre-sale mode as well to warm the audience. And then when it was time for us to have our virtual launch party, it was so exciting because before I could even announce the next day that we were going to have our best-selling campaign, we had already hit best-selling. Wow. So I wanted to put that out there about the importance of warming your audience up, right? So the focus was not necessarily to become an international best-selling author or a bestseller author in 3 categories, right? My focus was on impact. And then my focus also was giving those who joined me on this journey of this anthology an opportunity to elevate who they were and the impact that they make. So getting them visible was incredibly important for me. So now on the tactical and strategic side was I wanted to think through and I talked it over with my amazing team, leadership team, including Dr. Mary J. Huntley, who was my forward author, as well as a strategist on my team. We talked through what categories did we want this book to be featured on or in. And so we went through that. We selected the 10 categories. And then I had to, the way that the Amazon process worked and what she was used to, how it worked, it changed, right? So everything can change. It was like at the last minute, it changed. And I was like, oh no. So the way it's very important that you reach out to Amazon and let them know, hi, this is, these are the categories that I'm looking for. Now, here's a strategy that I used too, is I looked at books that were similar to what I was putting out there on Amazon and looked and see how they landed. So if they ranked number 1, okay, well, which categories did they use? And so that was part of my strategy as well, was constantly monitoring that. And so was she to see, okay, well, let's try those categories as long as they fit. Right. And then there was some other categories that I selected as well based on the content of the book. And so because I had 13 people, authors to participate with me, I pushed to them and said, if you can get at least 10 people to join in within this hour, because I was not doing the campaign all day long. I was like, in this hour, we need to reach mass capacity, critical mass. So I asked them to go out there, be a force multiplier, and bring as many people along with me. And so the other piece of it was keeping the price affordable. Okay. So if you have someone if you tell your friend, your good girlfriend, say, hey, download this good old book. Now you got to download it. Not only buy it, but you got to actually download it to count. Buy this book is about the cost of a soft drink, right? A cup of coffee or less. So I believe I had it on sale for $2.99 or $1.99. I can't remember in this moment, but it was affordable.
Okay.
And so I also reached out to my international partners who I have relationships with and asked them to download the book as well, to purchase and download. And so it was amazing because we had people in Europe, in Africa, South Africa, a couple of India, a couple of other places.
It's amazing. So, okay, I don't want to get off topic, but how did you become an international best-selling? Like, what were the steps, or how did you become partners with international?
Because I built a rapport with them.
Wow.
So I had people, Dr. Mary had people, someone else that I was using, another, what do I want to call her? Book advisor.
Okay.
She had people in Africa as well. And so each of us had built rapport through speaking engagements or some other sort of time, or at a time when we had done business with them. And so before I actually launched the best-selling campaign, I let them know this is what I want to do and when I want to do it. Can I get your support? And they said, absolutely. In fact, we're going to network within our network and let them know that that's there. And along the way, I started meeting people internationally. And I met a gentleman who shared with me that it was okay for me to post the best-selling campaign in his group that had tons of folks from everywhere.
Oh, that's
and he had over thousands of people in there. And I was like, oh my God, that is a blessing.
It is.
So sometimes you just have to let people know what you are trying to do. And as long as you've built that rapport and it doesn't seem like you're just trying to have a transaction, that can make a world of difference. The other piece too is that I gifted people books as well. I gifted those overseas books too.
Nice. And so do you know offhand how many books you've had that's been on the bestseller list?
So I am a 5-time bestseller author, and I have, I think, 13 publications to date.
Amazing. And so is your main platform Amazon? Kindle?
My main platform is Amazon, but do know that my first book, Overcoming Personal Challenges to Achieve Professional Success, that book is on Amazon. It's in Walmart, Target. It's like 200 and something outlets. I just don't promote it.
Okay, so you have to give us a scoop on that. How did you get in the stores?
So I'm actually online. I'm not physically in the store, but
okay.
But still, right?
Right.
That's amazing. I had an amazing book consultant at that time, a book coach.
Okay.
And so she's not into doing books anymore like that, but I caught her at the right time. Not only did she help me with getting my book out there, she also helped me with the marketing pieces as well.
Okay, that's awesome. So would you say that you feel like if there's an upcoming author that's wanting to get their story out or their book out or what have you, do you recommend them getting a book coach?
I do recommend that they work with a book coach, that they work with a publishing company that allows you, that you can ask questions. Okay. And they know that this is your end state goal in mind, and that they walk you through the process of getting there. So you just have to be crystal clear about what your goals are with your book. Okay.
And so as far as the marketing of it, can you give us a few tips on that? Like, what would you recommend, or what worked well for you?
Sure, absolutely. Again, when you look at your book, being a visionary, think about, is it that you want to become an author only, or are you trying to use your book in other ways? For me, I wanted to use my books in other ways. So I have used my books to go into colleges to teach from, right? I have used them to leverage workshops. I've used them for mentoring learning circles. So your book can get monetized if you market it the right way and you get into the right situations. Now, this is another piece, and I don't know what area you're from. I'm here in the DMV area, the District, Maryland, Virginia area, but there's something when you know how folks go through, you may not know, but folks go through barbershops, they selling different things, handbags, food, etc., right? So I'm that way with my books, meaning I keep the rule of 25, right? Always have 25 books on hand. And so I keep some books in my car because no matter where I am, somehow the conversation comes up. It's not that it just naturally, organically comes up. And I'm like, hey, I got a book if you would like it. Like, sure. So keeping your books on you is incredibly important as part of the marketing. It almost becomes that business card. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely monetize. You can monetize using it for speaking engagements as well. There have been opportunities that I've had in which organizations may not have been able to pay me for my full speaking costs. And so I've asked, in lieu of that, or, exchange of that, can I sell my books? Can I sell my books on your platform? And they said, absolutely. Okay. So there's different ways that you can still monetize your book.
And I guess the thing too with that is don't be afraid to ask.
That's what I was going to say to you. Don't be afraid to ask. All these things they could do is say no.
Right.
And then you can make your decision about whether or not you want to proceed with that transaction. Okay. But definitely market your book. And then you can also have virtual book launches. I had that with my first book. Okay. I threw a little party. I had balloons in here and everything. And I had prizes, giveaways, and I just made it celebratory. And I invited people and I made it an event.
That's great advice. And that's actually what I'm thinking about doing for my next book, especially with COVID and everything too. I'm not really ready to be in person just yet. So, but that is an excellent idea. Okay. And then what can people expect from you in the future? Are you working on anything right now?
So I'm working on my second cohort of Step into Leadership Greatness Leadership Mentoring Circles. Okay. I held my first cohort with two amazing women. They went through the program. It's a 4-month program, but you only have to dedicate one day out of each month for a couple of hours. And I facilitate the sessions through leadership learnings, videos, real world application. But not only just that, peer leaders get to talk about their business experiences, their what they consider failures or wins, and how they can help each other. And then I offer mentoring as well. And so the rest of the month, they get to apply the learnings that I taught them. And then I personally reach out to each person that joins. I reach out to them once a month for 15 minutes to check on them to see how they're doing.
That's pretty cool. How long have you been doing the mentoring and all of that?
So I've mentored all my career, okay. But heavily within the last couple of decades, I've traveled internationally to mentor groups of people. I've launched national mentorship programs in corporate spaces as well as federal government spaces. But in my business, this is my second time pulling together this cohort.
That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. Because the interest meeting is on November 13th at noon.
Okay.
So I've been posting about it. I'll continue. You'll probably see more of me posting this week.
Okay.
To get people to come in on the interest meeting, because I want people to know what they will be getting into and to answer any questions they may have.
Okay, sounds good. And so how can our viewers, how can they reach out to you? How can they connect?
Absolutely. They can connect with me on all social media platforms at Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant. And then I have a Facebook group called Reaching Within, an Empowerment Journey. And then my website is reachingwithinempowerment.com. And if they click the shops area, they'll see most of my books are there. And then if they order online from my website, they will get autographed books from me. So if you go Amazon, it's a little higher in price, and then you don't get my autograph. So,
right.
And then you want to sign up for my newsletter, because every week I try to provide words of encouragement, motivation, and inspiration.
That's awesome. I think we all need the encouragement, whether it is during the times of COVID or just every day, because everyday life is.
It can be challenging.
It can be. So yeah.
But we've been pivoting and working through those challenges.
Through it, exactly. You have to learn how to pivot and adjust, and things are ever changing. You have to learn how to be able to adjust and change with it. So, Dr. Bryant, I truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with me today. Guys, please do follow her. Like she said, she's going to be posting all week, and she does a great job of posting very inspirational quotes and things of that nature too. So make sure you follow her. And I can't wait to sit down with you again after your next book.
Absolutely. I want to hear all about your next book, right? So you definitely want to write something that is impactful and relevant.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Guys, that is another episode of Cocktails and Conversations. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share. See you next time.